Okay, so here's a quick little PMX editor tutorial, this thing. So before you even load up PMX, what you want to do is create a new folder. And then name it the model that you want. Model. Then you go to, let's see, I have my base, the TDA base that I use. And what you don't want to do is just click it, copy and paste it into there. What you gotta, you don't just click it, copy and paste this folder right here into there. What you gotta do, click it, and then I have to click it again. And then once you see all this stuff, highlight all of it, Control C, or copy it, and then paste it into the folder. Then I'm just gonna grab some random stuff. I know this is a TDA mail shirt, but I'm just... Give me the model, please. Thank you. Pants. Sure, why not? Right now, we're gonna get... Here's the hair I use. I used to use Luca base. If you are using Luca base, I do not recommend it. That's just my personal opinion. And you know, just for an example, we're just gonna grab this one. And we're also gonna grab this one. Now what you do is you load up PMX. Excuse me. Go to File. You don't go to Import. What you do first is you go to Open. And what I do is, oh dear, model spoiler. Oh dear. What I do is I start off with the base. So that's what I do. Then I click Bone and Body. And then, hold on, am I capturing the cursor? Okay, I am. Okay. And then this little gray thing, because that's like, it's like extra bones, kinda, in a way. But I select those as well. Because like if you don't select them, then this happens. And that's fine to leave it like that, but I prefer, because if you click these, then it doesn't do it. And I just move the model off to the side. And then you go here. And hold on, wait, I'm going to redo that. Now when you go to File, you don't go to File Open, you go to File Import. And now, because all the textures should be in your file, so now when you load something up, or you know, see, if that happens, usually you just have to go to it, which is I know it's this thing, and see how it's blank? That means it doesn't have a texture, and that's why you can't see the shirt. So you go to File, Open, and this has to be in the folder with your model. You can't I can't just go to Desktop, MMD, PMX. I can't just go to texture. I'm just gonna look that up. I can't just go like this and be like, okay, open, because that doesn't work. It has to be File, Open, it has to be in here. Not in here. In this thing, so this right here. And boom. That happens sometimes with models. Okay, hold on, real quick. That happens sometimes with models where the texture doesn't show up. That's all you gotta do. Then what I do is go to Sub. Then I kind of zoom in where I want the model. They do this. They do this. So you do just select it all. And then you just adjust it. I'm pretty sure the arrows are self-explanatory. And what I do is I don't delete anything yet. Oh yeah, and to get this little sub thing, you just click sub. All those arrows are self-explanatory, but say this thing was like this, or hold on, was like this, and I'm like, oh dear, it's too thin. So what you do is there are these little boxes. They're like inside the I can't think, like inside the circles, and if you click and hold and then drag, see that one goes X, this one goes Z, making it thicker. Nope, don't click. Make sure not to click off, because that I just accidentally clicked there. Okay. Then you can also go, and this one right here goes Y. Then these circles make it tilt. So if you wanted if I wanted to cover her behind a little more, just probably go like this. It moves the entire thing. So now it's a little too much. And if there is skin still sticking out, you don't have to like make it super gigantic like this. You can just make it so that it fits, because we can go back and fix that later. It's an easy fix. And okay, file, import, and then we want the pants. See, sometimes stuff loads in with their textures. And oh yeah, to select stuff, just click and drag. And you just adjust it. See, these pants, they fit, but same thing with the shirt. Just use all these right here to move it if you need to. It's okay that there's still some skin sticking out. I'm just gonna move that up a little. I pay attention to where the ankles are, so that it lines up with the ankles, because that's the hardest part for me. Oh yeah, if you see this, like I'll be zoomed in and I want to go back to normal view, with your mouse on the right, double click and it gets you back to the normal view. And it works with the sub screen as well. And for hair, we'll just use my hair. See, here's the main reason I moved the model off to the side in the first place. Because you see all this colorful stuff, that's like I guess that's kind of like the physics in a way. That's the body. And then the blue lines and stuff are the bones. So now I can select all of them, because if this was like here, like if I loaded this up, and it would probably load up perfectly on the model. But sometimes hairs come in like this, and you're like, well, I can't select it now, because if I go like this and move it up, oh look, everything else moves up with it. So you have to, come on, go back. Fine, we'll just leave it there. Then once I have everything loaded in, I go, and I just move. You know what, wait, I'm gonna show something real quick. Where's the wolf tail? There's a specific thing you have to do for this tail. Where is it? Model. And again, just Control-C, Control-V. And file, import. Werewolf tail. Now for this, I'm gonna move this over really quick, just a little bit. So go like this. What I do is I just line up the bones. So these bones with the center. There you go. This is, hold on, I'm just gonna put this and then put this. Now, you'll think, right now you're like, oh, the tail's on the model, it's good now. I can just go load up the model right now, and the tail will stay by the model. But, in reality, if you go to MMD, you load model. I didn't save it yet, hold on, I'm gonna save it real quick. File, save, model. I'm gonna go here, load, model, model. And you're like, oh look, just use your imagination, and this is a perfect model, okay? Not all this glitches. And you're like, oh look, the tail's there. Oh, it's gonna be fine if I just load in a motion and You know, you're learning the motion and you're like, wait, the tail's still there. And even if you play, the tail will still stay there no matter what. So, to get the tail on the model, now you can unclick body. That's kind of unimportant. What I do is, it's kind of hard to see with those, but around the hip area right here, there's this bottom bone right here. For the TDA base that I'm using, it's, I believe, 12. Yeah, 12. Then you'll go to open up this. Should be on info. I went to material. You go to bone, and there's, you find this bone right here. It'll highlight. You can use the arrow keys to kind of find it. And then what you gotta do, since the tail is the last thing we loaded in, go and find, it's easy because they're all labeled, but you might have to find them yourself. You go to tail 1 for this tail, and see the parent bone, change that to the number that it was. So this was number 12, you see? And I went, okay, there's a lot of them. I went here and put 12, enter. And then you could also do it for this as well. It's not necessary, but you can. And now you can obviously see that this model has a lot of issues. So skin sticking through, and yeah. So what you want to do is click the MISC, and this will pop up, and keep it on material. And what I do is right click, check none. Then I go to sub, and it's still there, so you can still see. And then you just click to check. So what I want to do is go to the bra and underwear, because we don't need that, and just, oh, and how to delete. Select what you want to delete, press shift and delete for only for this. If it's a bone, then you just hit delete. And if it's a body, don't delete it at all, or else your model will not load. And see, now look, it's on view all. So now we gotta go to material. You can just check none. And now you just gotta find all the stuff that's sticking through, and you can just delete it. Okay. Also, if you go to sub and you select, and you select, it will show it here. Just click off that. And if you want to see all the dots, see these dots out up here? If you want to see them, you click this green thing. The thing would go away. There we go. And you can easily select and see what you're selecting. That's still sticking through. Oh yeah, and also if I don't want to delete that, I could just select these two and make them smaller. There we go. That'll work. Still some stuff right there. Let's see, and then I'm gonna, just to be safe, I'm gonna delete up to here. Wait, I forgot about something. Hold on, I could show you. If you see how parts is blue? If you unclick that, you'll see everything. But whatever you check, see, I can't select anything because nothing's checked. See, if I went like this and this. See, if I just go like this, and then you can see where you need to delete and you're not selecting like the shirt or anything else. Just go like this, and you go like this, you go like this. And boom. And just check all. You can select parts again if you want, and then just get rid of that. So now we're going to do texture edits. Or, you know what, first, before we do that, I'll show you how to fix this. It's just, you can find the shirt if you want. and you can find where that is. So it's like about here, and just move it forward. Or you could go to the pants and make selection and make it a little thinner. Either thing will do. It kind of depends on what model you're working on. Now, I think I already showed how to change textures. Go to material, and you find the, I'm going to change the eyes. So go to 5, I don't need that anymore. Just go like this, file, open, and then, see, I have that. And the eyes change color. Easy peasy. But sometimes, some people don't have the eye texture like this. They have it like this. And when you load it in, you're like, oh, her eyes are black, but I wanted them that red. What you do is you have MISC selected, check none, and select the eyes. I would get the sub thing. It's just a recommendation. You kind of zoom in on the model's eyes so that you can see it. And then we're going to do this thing move, or mauve, whatever you think it is. Select the eyes, then do UV, then this is move and this is scale. These are two different things. Move actually moves it, scale makes it wider or longer or thinner or however you need it. The U makes it go horizontal, V makes it go vertical. And for the scale, the U makes it wider and the V makes it taller. So you kind of gotta move it around. You gotta click and hold and kind of find where the eye is. There it is. Okay, that's the top. But see, it's too big. So now I use scale to kind of scale it down. And you just click and drag the way you want it to move. Now, what if you want two different colored eyes? What if you, then it's actually very easy. You just make sure only, like if you wanted, hold on. Like say only, I wanted, okay, where's the face? There it is. I wanted half of the face something different. Hold on, I'm gonna find desktop. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Then you want one face, this color. Model. Then what you can do is I would put this on, find the half mark, and use the box selection. Then right click and click split. Yes. And now half the face is split, and here's the other half. And now they're two different things, like, I don't know how to explain it, but they're two different things now. So now you can change this to this, and boom. And same thing if you want to have two different eye colors, just select that, right click, hold on. There we go. Make sure only one thing is checked, because as you saw right now, the split was grayed out. That's because I had something else checked. It happens sometimes. And then boom. Wait, I can't really, since I already moved the eye, if I load in the texture now, oh wait, I should have changed it. It's the same thing, it moved as well. So, oh, no, that's not what I want. So I would just go like that. That's pretty much all the basics. So, yeah.